Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to all the participants to this virtual Global Investment Convention 2023 11th edition. Moving ahead, I would like to highlight a stunning business location in Germany, that is Hesse. Hesse is a leading economic region in the heart of Germany. Hesse provides economic strength, innovative capacity and direct access to the German and European markets. Hesse has served as a prime foreign investment destination for years. The number of FDI is constantly increasing and the sectors like information and technology, aerospace, gaming, food and beverages, textile and garments and many more. Hesse offers direct access to technology and business network which benefits all. Let's have a quick look at the business happening in Hesse, Germany. So let's discuss the business opportunities in Hesse, Germany. The total area of this region is around 21,115 square kilometer and the total GDP is 299.67 billion USD. With a population of 6.29 million, Hesse is the heart of Europe. 500 million affluent consumers are present in Europe, all European business centers within a 3 hours of flying radius, and world's largest internet node is in Frankfurt with a 10 terabyte per second speed. Frankfurt, one of the Europe's largest airport, is also present out here. The import and export of Hesse is as following. As you can see, the export is majorly led by pharmaceutical products, other prefabricated chemicals, chassis, bodies, engines, etc. for motor, machinery for electricity production and distribution, and other machinery. Whereas the import is led by pharmaceutical products and then followed by other semi-finished products, motor cars and motor caravans, telecommunication device and apparatus, and then followed by office and automatic data processing machines. The pro-business environment present out in Hesse is as following. One of the strongest economies of all German states is present out here. Direct access to German and European market. Frankfurt, Germany's #1 airport and central hub is in Europe. Unique international infrastructure. Highly skilled workforce can be found. Top locations for research and development. Affordable office spaces and industrial sites. High quality of life. With that, let's discuss the chemical, pharmaceutical and healthcare industry in Hesse. 28.75 billion USD of annual turnover in the pharmaceutical and chemical industry has been seen. Approximately 61,000 employees work in more than 180 pharmaceutical and chemical companies. And with an export rate of 67%, expenditure for R&D amounts to 1.7 billion USD every year. Workforce of more than 95,000 people are present in healthcare itself. Around 200 biotechnology companies are located in Hesse. More than 20% of the nationwide sales of pharmaceutical industry are made in Hesse. The major players present out here are as following. Now we've got the engineering, electronics and energy sector of Hesse. Talking about the engineering industry, 400 engineering companies manufacture and develop high quality products with 47,000 employees and a total of 11.72 billion USD annual turnover. Talking about the electronic industry, as you can see, 12.8 billion USD is the annual turnover with 51,000 employees and 320 companies. Talking about the renewable energy accounts for more than 50% of the electricity generation. Wind energy accounted for 52% share of renewables and 1,300 companies with 50,600 employees and 27 wind power plants are present in this sector. There are major players like Kion and many more present out here. Talking about the banking and financial services in Frankfurt, Hesse. Frankfurt is Europe's leading financial center. The Frankfurt stock market is one of the world's largest trading platforms for securities. 7,900 financial services companies and investment funds have been seen out here, and more than 30 foreign banks relocated to Frankfurt after Brexit. It is a home to around 202 banks with 40 domestic banks, 162 international banks and 33 representative offices. These are the major players in the banking and financial services of Frankfurt, Hesse. The automotive industry in Hesse is as following. There is 54,000 employees working in this sector with 24.20 billion USD of annual turnover. state's most well-known car maker is Opel. Opel has one of the world's most cutting-edge production facilities. Hesse's automotive industry has been an export rate of 54%, foreign sales accounting to 17.8 billion USD, and direct foreign investment in automotive industry in Hesse was a hefty 2.23 billion USD. These are the major players in the automotive industry of Hesse. Now we have got the transport and logistics in Frankfurt, Hesse. Hesse's location at the heart of both Germany and Europe makes it a center for mobility. House of Logistics and Mobility in Frankfurt develops innovative solutions for the mobility sector. Numerous distribution and transshipment centers are located in North Hesse. The Frankfurt industrial and logistic property market achieved a take-up of 299,000 square meter in 2022. With a 35% share of take-up, logistics companies were at the top of the list of sectors with the highest turnover. These are the major players in the transport and logistics in Frankfurt Hesse. Now we have got the aerospace industry as well. Aerospace and defense market size reached approximately 24.55 billion USD in 2022. 7% of the annual revenue were spent on R&D in 2022. More than 1 lakh industry employees and 5,000 new jobs created as well. 200 plus companies and related institutions are present out here, and around 4,30,000 drones are in use in Germany itself. Talking about the airplanes by takeoff weight, as you can see, we have a number of them, and these are the major players in the aerospace industry. Now we have got the IT and ICT industry of Hesse. Largest sector with around 1,22,000 employees. Around 10,000 companies operate in this sector, and a total of 42.10 billion USD turnover has been seen every year. The industry is expected to grow at an annually CAGR of 12.58%. Germany is poised to become the 6th largest ICT exporter globally by 2026. Talking about the market size, as you can see, it has been growing and promisingly seems to be growing over the years. And these are the major players in IT and ICT sector of industry. These are the world-class trade fairs and exhibitions conducted out here, and these are the associations and chambers associated with us. Thank you so much.
Well, for the next session, I would like to introduce our gold partner, Hesse Trade from Germany.
I am pleased to invite Mr. Julius Bosak, Economic Development Representative,
Hesse Trade and Invest GmbH, to present his astute data related to investment opportunities in Hesse.
A very warm welcome on behalf of the German federal state of Hessen to everyone that is joining us today. Thank you very much. My name is Julius Bosak. I'm the regional North American Hessen representative for the North American market. It will be my pleasure to introduce you to Germany as the most innovative location worldwide. Germany embedded within a fantastic trade environment, the European Union, and especially to a region that is one of the economic engines in Europe, and perhaps the future of your new location in Germany. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to a approximately 20-minute trip across the federal state of Hessen and show you why you should set up your subsidiary in our beautiful state. Let me first give you an overview on our organization chart and tell you who we actually are. We are the Hessen Economic and Business Development Network, or better said, we are Hessen Trade and Invest, the business and technological section of the Ministry of Economics in Hessen. We are the ones who are coordinating the settlement process on behalf of the state government. And in our function, of course, we are in very close cooperation with our regional managements, which you see on the second level. There is one for the northern part, which is represented by the city of Kassel. There's one for the center of Hessen, represented by the city of Gießen. And our major partner is the Frankfurt Rhine-Main organization, Frankfurt Rhine-Main for international marketing of the region. On the second level, we further work very closely together with more than 130 economic development and promotion organizations. That is on a municipal level. And that means that more than 700 experts are working for national and international investors and care for them from the first moment of your inquiry until your settlement. After your settlement, you come back to Hessen Trade and Invest on a government level to get assistance and support for further developments in the region, in Germany, and also beyond Germany's borders in Europe. But the most important message to you here is the fact that there are around 700 economic experts that are here for you and for investors every day in the state of Hessen. Now, next, how do we support? Well, we start with information on economic data, on market information, on tax regulations, on residency information, as well as details on labor law, permits, and other regulations. We guide you through the process of setting up, and we support you by connecting you to the right contacts and experts. And for this, we have several departments that will provide information on specific topics, and we guarantee you the best know-how in the field of digitization, mobility, logistics, and foreign trade. Please keep in mind that all these services are free of charge unless we bring in a third-party provider by your request, like lawyers or tax consultants. And most important, we customize our services and tailor them to your specific needs at the time. Now, let me introduce you to one of our core concepts and valuable touch points for you in Hessen, the houses of. This is a very unique concept. Hessen has created these platforms that cover key areas of the Hessen economy and which serve as networking platforms for training and transfer of knowledge, for information on external funding, and exchange and development of research. As you can see, we have the houses of excellence in the sectors of logistics, pharma, healthcare, finance, IT, and energy. This is a great starting point for you. When you settle in Hessen, we will welcome you to these centers of excellence and integrate you into the network and connect you to the right decision makers, various stakeholders, and potential partners. And after giving you an overview of how we, Hessen Trade and Invest, with all its partners is working, you certainly know that you're in very good hands of a competent team and experts helping and supporting you in the best way throughout the process of settlement. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about the region and its benefits that are important to you as an investor. So if we're looking at the factors, what make Germany so attractive for investors, the most important ones are the excellent infrastructure, the qualified workforce, the social climate, and the economic and political stability. Hessen, in the center, in the heart of Germany, is one of the states with the strongest economic performance in Germany and a top gateway to Europe. Hessen, with its transportation hub Frankfurt and its international airport, enables you to reach all European business centers in less than 3 hours flight time. That means that you can fastly reach 450 million consumers with strong purchasing power. Now, after setting up in Hessen, many investors look to expand their operations further in Germany and the European Union. As you probably know, the EU is the world's largest single market with non-tariffs, which means 44 million consumers within a 200-kilometer reach around Frankfurt. The EU single market means you have free movement of goods, services, employees, and capital. But we in Hessen are frontrunner for internet coverage in the industrial estates. More than 95% are provided with at least 50 megabits per second. And Frankfurt, with more than 10 terabit per second peak traffic, is the European hub for data traffic and the world's largest internet exchange point. So it's not without reason that we have at the moment more than 63 data centers located in the greater Frankfurt area. You see, Frankfurt is much more. It is Hessen's economic core for financial and commercial activities. We also have the trade fair ground, which attracted 1.8 million visitors in 2021, and it is one of the world's largest exhibition centers. The Messe Frankfurt, as it's called, is another contributor to the highly international vibes that you find in Frankfurt. All the mentioned key figures are reasons to invest in Hessen. So let's talk about where our investors mostly come from. We have more than 13,000 international companies operating in the state of Hessen, with most investors coming from the US. China is ranked second, and the UK is ranked third. And for the UK, we've seen increased investment, especially after Brexit. Well, we hope to welcome increasingly more investors from the US and from North America in the future. Next, I'm going to give you an overview of our key industries. First of all, we have ICT. Most investors come from the information and communication technology sector. In 2020, it was roughly 27% came from this sector. The most dynamic sector is e-mobility. The most innovative sector by far is the medical technology, life sciences, chemical, and pharmaceutical industry sector. Hessen is called the pharmacy of the world because of its traditional sector of pharmaceutical and chemical industry. And we're definitely the financial center of Europe. Established, the fundamentals are there, and a very good global reputation. But we also still have a lot of potential to grow. Now, I have told you some facts about Hessen already. With its high GDP per capita and its enormous purchasing power, Hessen is a business hub in Europe. Just imagine, if Hessen were its own country, it would be sixth within the EU ranking of all member states. I mean Hessen, not Germany, Hessen. Also, another key fact is that many startups also make a significant contribution to the high level of innovation in Hessen. Almost 200 are added every year, and 30% of them are international companies. Incidentally, this corresponds to the proportion of the international population in Frankfurt, 30%. In Germany, this is around 12%. So we are talking about a truly international location here. Now, important for startups, the Tech Quartier manages the startup activities in the greater Frankfurt area. Greater Frankfurt is a very dynamic startup hub in Germany. In 2021, 188 new startups were founded here despite COVID-19, and this number is increasing. Across Hessen, you can find 40 technology centers and associations beside these startup centers. Now, let me share a little bit with you on what to expect from the business environment in Hessen and the companies you will meet there. When coming to Hessen, you will be confronted with a lot of big players. We have about 3.3 million companies in Germany, and every 10th company is coming from Hessen. That means we have more than 300,000 companies and big players like Lufthansa, Fresenius, Wiesmann, Volkswagen, Opel, But what you need to take into consideration are that many companies are small and medium-sized. This is what we call the Mittelstand. In Germany and Hessen, 99.5% of companies are medium-sized or small companies. Those are companies with up to 250 employees and around 50 million in turnover. Many of them are family-run. What sounds like a lot of tradition stands actually for innovation and resilience. Now, how are these SMEs characterized? Well, usually they're working across all sectors. We don't have only one focus sector, but a great diversity. The SME sector is known in the US for engineering-based technologies. So these are companies that often operate in niches. That means a lot of hidden champions. Also, market saturation occurs very quickly in Germany. They're also motivated to develop internationally. Hence, the high level of education in terms of languages and business culture. So tradition, yes, but with a focus to future technologies and international markets. In Germany, SMEs also stand, as I said before, for resilience, and Corona has shown that very well. These companies like to work with equity capital, and they rely on long-term supplier and employee relationships. Now, this is why SMEs in Germany have had no problems or very few problems getting through this long phase of global disruption. Another thing to note is that especially when looking outside the big city Frankfurt, is the integration into the region. This is where we also can help. It is highly advisable to maintain a good standing and good relationships. For example, when the local mayor calls and invites you to a round table, please accept. The same for local authorities and local press. But we would share more with you if you come in for individual talks with us. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about the US community in the Frankfurt-Rhein-Main region and in Hessen. There are more than 1,300 US companies in Hessen. We have the largest US consulate, including a trade department. The US Commercial Service has an office in Frankfurt, a large office and representation. We also have the American Chamber of Commerce, the AmCham, with its headquarters for Germany, located in Frankfurt. There's an American-German Business Club, the ACBG. They have chapters in Frankfurt and Wiesbaden, so very close together. You have the headquarters of the US Armed Forces in Germany, and representative offices for several US states have chosen Frankfurt and Hessen as their location, so North Carolina, Iowa, and Florida. Last but not least, I'd like to give you a quick visual overview of the steps involved in a successful settlement with the support of our team here at Hessen Trade and Invest. It looks pretty straightforward and quick. We want to make sure to prepare you for every step and educate you on the entirety of the process. This way, you will be able to set and manage expectations in your team and within your team of decision makers. We pride ourselves to support our clients the whole way from the first research stage to growing beyond our borders in Germany and in Europe. Now, this brings me to the end of this overview. Should you have any questions or be interested to start the process of setting up your subsidiary in Hessen, please feel free to reach out to us. My colleague Jonas Winkler